Yes, family. Good morning. Give thanks to another great rise, Another blessed day. Yeah, man, we had a great time yesterday for Halloween party. So you know what I'm going today. Day 2 of training. Yeah, man. So we have everything at my target set up over there, so yeah. And ready for day 2 of training. Alright, or just say lesson 2 of training. So I'm just away from my instructor and I'm soon forward. And we're gonna get this thing started. Alright? So I know say football Sunday as well. So it's me have on my Ravens jersey. Yeah man, go Ravens. Alright? So we're gonna see you shortly when the training start. Alright? Check in.
Oh, you want me to know something?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Did you make it or did you buy it?
No, I bought it. Yeah, it was pretty cheap, buddy.
I'll know what's in there.
So you can make a net or something.
So yeah, last time we were here, we worked on 4 things. Ultimately, it was stance, our hook and grip, our anchor, and our follow through. Okay. Let's do a couple warm-up rounds where you're just getting into it and you have to ask questions. If you have any questions, you want to double down on anything, but I just want you to shoot, get a feel for it, and then we're gonna focus mostly on stance.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so
Going hot.
the range is hot. What were you thinking through that shot? I saw you kind of pause and digest something.
My pull, I was thinking about this. The pull, actually, one time, once it fell off,
Mhm.
actually, it was reset. Instead of,
Yeah.
that's my dog's day.
It's not a Halloween. Because the clown's going off.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But they're just, whenever they can get these party activities, you know. So. What's the difference when I relax my grip on this? Actually, shoot better. It's something I have to think about doing.
Well, good. That's something that we worked on last week. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're recognizing it. When I work with 8-year-olds, they don't see the results.
Something I have to think about when I get ready to. Be different. When I open my grip out, I find it a difference in how I release.
Okay. And then we'll be warmed up.
Yes, sir. Good.
before you utilize them in any setting, just take them, make sure that points are on, because these will screw up, especially when you use them over time. And then give them a bending test, okay? Just rotate a little bit, listen for any cracks, notice any cracks, because these will splinter occasionally. And then if they start to splinter, and then all the force goes into the shaft of the arrow, and it breaks, there's gruesome videos on YouTube of people shooting like splintered carbon arrows, and just it winds up in their hand. So that's just a maintenance bit, and if there's any reason why you might think that it might be splintering, get rid of it.
Okay.
It's not worth it. Not worth the risk of injury.
Good to know.
But yes, we're going to work on stance primarily today. Okay. So when we talked about stance last time, we talked about our feet shoulder width apart. Okay. Our front foot is about 3 inches back towards our heel side, angled in about 25 degrees. Back foot in about 10. Okay. My knees are locked. My stomach is tucked. My shoulder is back. I'm in one straight line. Right? And I have equal weight between my back foot and my front foot. I'm putting 60% of my weight on the balls of my feet and 40% on my heels. Okay? And then I'm keeping this stance, keeping this weight distribution throughout the shot process. Okay? This one is fairly easy when I take like a video. Would you be okay if I take a quick video and we do a couple shots and we can go over it really quick? Or you could take the video from over here if you would like. We could do it that way.
Yeah.
We could do the video over here. If we could review it. Or are you just taking one big roll?
Yeah, we can review it.
Okay. So just come over right here for me. And as long as you can get his feet and his head, everything in one shot, then we'll do that. All right, range is hot.
Range is hot.
Come right so that you're square with me. Because I'm looking for something in particular. Double clutch on that one. Range is cold?
Cold. I can tell the difference when I'm anticipating the follow through. So it's when I'm here and I'm getting ready to release. It's when I remember to open up my grip here. And then from here, it's just that last, let it naturally release as opposed to me releasing it.
Yeah.
I can feel it when I do that.
Gotcha.
It's just me anticipating,
Of course.
hoping it.
Yeah. I'm glad you're recognizing that. I'm just trying not to get too far ahead of you, because we're gonna go through the video and we're gonna look at your stance really quick.
Okay.
And good. cold. Range is cold. How'd that one feel?
Much better.
Much better.
I can feel myself thinking through the actual stand. Waking up. And then coming
Yeah.
up to the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, it gets weird from time to time, especially when there's like a slight hill where you kind of have to like, be aware I'm on that slight hill, or even a really steep and significant hill. You still need to make sure that even if you're on a massive hill, you gotta make sure that your stance is set, and you're strong, and you're upright. I noticed you wanting to talk a little bit more about your hook and grip a little bit more. So we talked about it a little bit where our grip, okay, remember it is the third step in our shot process. Stance, knock, and then hook and grip. I've seen a couple times we've been adjusting it like further down in our shot process, but we're gonna try and work on getting our hook and grip set before that, and then staying in that hook and grip before we even get further down the shot process. Remember, inside the lifeline, pressure point, right there. That's where we support the weight of the bow. Okay. When we close our hand, fingers in front, index finger, middle finger in front of the bow, thumb pointed towards the target. Okay. Knuckles go out 45 degrees, and I have my palm, this whole palm on that bow. Okay. So that when I put pressure on the bow, I don't need to hold it. Okay. But when I do release it, the grip goes into my index finger and my middle finger, and it stays right there. Okay. A lot of people will do this. Well, they'll push their hand forward, and all they have is this little pivot point just inside here. There's not a lot of space for you to keep the bow like stable and secure. So that's why we have that extra space of hand right there to keep it in place. Okay. When we're doing this, a lot of people will tend to hyperextend their elbow, where they'll do this, their elbow will come out, and the bowstring goes into that space right there. And that's when people get hit with the bowstring, and it hurts. And that's how I lose introduction to like archery students. So yeah, when we do that, it's gonna look a lot like this. So, shot process is stance, knock, hold, hook and grip, okay, and then I'm here, okay, thumb point towards the target, index finger, middle finger, then I raise my bow, I'm still in that hook and grip, I haven't come off the hook and grip, drawing, okay, still in that hook and grip, and I'm still here. So when I release, my hand, see how my fingers aren't even on the bow at all? All they're gonna do is just catch it, okay? I'm not putting any pressure on the bow to make it go anywhere. I'm just holding it in this little cradle right there, okay?
Got it.
All right, cool. All right, let's work on that a little bit. Range is hot.
Yeah.
Range is cold.
I can tell every time I anticipate my shot. That's where it goes off.
It's like,
You know, kind of like pulling the trigger on a pistol,
correct.
Right? It's supposed to surprise
all the way forward through it.
So,
Am I overthinking?
Yes. A lot of it is when we shoot archery, especially when we have heavier bows, which your bow isn't particularly heavy, but when we get into those heavier bows, it becomes about your body utilizing the oxygen to maintain your draw, right? So you'll see these archers who have these 50, 60, 70 pound bows and they come to full draw, and these are like world-class athletes, and you're seeing them draw and then they start to shake. That's because they don't have the oxygen to allow their muscles to maintain that draw. So they really are creating it's like a pace where when they draw, it's based on their breathing, and they will they'll expand, and then release. And when they release, it's more of a surprise because they don't want to get to the point where they're aiming so long that their muscles are tired, and then you're not aiming right. It's really like a sprint where you're not really coming to your full peak, okay, and just straining. It's really weird, but that's why people do it through their breathing, and they time it through their breathing. So we can work on that later. But what I really wanted to get back into, I'm gonna do the bow really quick. So this is the Y, okay, and then just inside the lifeline, that's going to be where the bow goes, okay. So turn it up just a little bit, right about there, okay, and then the bow is going to come here, okay, and then gently close, okay. So that's over gripping, okay. So we're going to just be right about there, okay. So you don't even need this ring finger and the pinky finger right there, so that when you put any weight, see how you don't even need to have these fingers right here. So loosen those up a little bit. All you're really doing is cradling. Right. Okay. So when you release, the bow does fall back. You might have noticed that my bow fell a little bit too. And that's what happens when people release. They might have like a wrist sling or a finger sling to keep that bow into place. And by removing that human element of you holding the bow and allowing the bow to do its thing, we're removing another element of human error, right? Okay. So let's try that. We're gonna just loosen the grip just a little bit.
Okay, going hot.
See how that feels. Range is hot. Loosen it up. Go. Good. Loosen it up. Good. Good. So I'm gonna be right here. Okay. If you think the bow's gonna fall, I'm gonna catch it for you. Okay. Don't worry about the bow. Right. Just relax that bow hand. Good. 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 Don't want you to clutch the bow. Clutch Oh, good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So many elements to think about.
Mm-hmm. Good. Cool. Range cold. Because honestly, you think about it, and then you have these like sports, soccer, football, where you're doing all these gross motor things, and because you have to do it repetitively and just just really quickly, you don't think about like all the small intricacies that come into it. Meanwhile, you have this where everything is small movement,
Mm-hmm.
and you're really digging down and working on all the small stuff. It's wild. All right, let's do another round working on that grip. It's looking a lot better. Did that help you?
Yes.
Like me having the holding the bow, or are you good to
No, I'm
keep
good.
going? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, going hot.
Good.
All right,
Cold.
cold.
Very nice. It is opposite of your hook. Your hook is actually very stiff. And then when you release, it stays in this hook right here. Okay? And when you release, it's less of a fingers relaxing, because what happens when your fingers relax, the bow wants to push your hand out here. And that's opposite of what we want for our follow through, right? Our follow through, we want to stay in that line and going forward. So what happens is this hand stays stiff and opens up, okay? When I'm engaging those back muscles we talked about last time, and then I'm rotating my fingers off, okay? And what happens when I use my wrist to rotate my fingers off, that naturally happens, okay? It naturally comes back and it releases onto my face. And you can practice that. This is a drill that we'll do where we have our hooks counter, and then we expand, open, okay? And that's a little expansion drill that we do. And we maintain our hook the whole way through. Remember, it's not a relax, because when we relax, it bounces out. We want to we want to have our wrist straight, but angles ourselves in, and then we rotate ourselves around and maintain the hook the whole way through. Okay? Got that?
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna work on that. Nice and easy, loose grip, and a firm hook.
Okay.
Go ahead. Range is hot. Found the soft spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is it?
Yeah, that's where it was chewed in.
And sometimes you just know when the shot's right.
Mm-hmm. That second to last one. So what I really liked about that one was you came up full draw and you were in that tee, okay? You were that tee and you came straight back and you were aligned the whole way. Your stance was stable the whole time and just everything, the whole shot process looked sound the whole way through and looked fantastic. So, and you got results. Range is cold. And notably, I'm attempting to try and not put so much information on at once because the first lesson is always the most like overwhelming, for sure.
Yeah. Definitely know when it's right.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it. That's why I said once you get out of that, all that thinking and just do all the fundamentals and make it happen naturally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The bow
Follows where your hand flex, right? And we're trying to avoid that. We're just trying to roll off and allow the bow to do its thing.
Okay.
Right? Alright, let's see what we can do. Range is hot.
going hot.
Good.
One cold.
Range is cold. Go ahead. I'm just grabbing something. We're gonna do a game.
Get ready for the squirrels.
Yeah, you the soft spot.
Yeah.
It didn't get that rewarding thwack.
No, I didn't.
I hope you don't mind me putting painter's tape on your target.
No, right. Okay.
Section. And we will go one at a time. We'll go first. I will go second. And then if you hit an arrow in a section, you claim that section.
That's like normal tic-tac-toe.
It is like
Got it.
but it's archery tic-tac-toe. And it's possible for you to miss. If you miss, you don't get a section. If you hit in a section that's already been claimed,
You got to open it up a bit.
you gotta get you
Okay.
you can't get a section, and then that person next person gets tack-toe.
So I'm up first.
Yeah, we're good. Alright. Alright, going hot.
It's hot. That's the bottom half. Okay. Got it. Okay, that's top. Top. I knew I was going after. Top one. Got it.
Going forward.
Round one. It's a fun little game. No, I don't. Wait. Okay.
I don't expect it. I can't practice to give it to you. In the tank, you get to choose which.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
At least that's the way I play it.
Okay.
Thank you. You have the one right there.
Championship round. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You can't win, but you can stop me from winning.
No pressure.
What's he gonna do? Flash arrow.
Got it. You're supposed to win. I'm not that good yet, so.
You won one.
Going cold. We're getting there.
Games are fun.
Yeah. Actually, I already made my little cut game. It's in the shed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I already put some, the same ones that you did, but I did some yellow cups.
Ah.
I already made my little cut game so I can practice.
Well, I work with kids, so I got all these archery games that I do. So.
I'll take that.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Differentiate between the multiple shots and what was different, which ones worked well, which ones felt good, okay? And you educating yourself through your shot process and seeing different shots, it helps you identify what you can improve and what you can work on. So video is great, all right? But then once again, if you have any more questions, just let me know.
All right.
And I'll be in touch hopefully when weather is
Yeah, I don't do it with cold.
especially when we have this like we're using our fingers and then like we're pulling the bowstring with our fingers. It's hard.
Yeah.
I got it.
All right, you got it?
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
No, I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
thank you.
All right, family, so today's lesson is over. As you can see, I'll play a little game in between. So it's good little practice, good fun. You know, you can just do like a competition with your instructor. Even though I feel like he make me win still, but I can't shoot. So, yeah man, lesson 2 is complete and we will see you again for lesson 3, whenever that is. But I get cold now, you know, so I have to figure out that time. But you know, too cold. So I have to try to get my lessons in before it, you know, it get too cold. But cold not gonna stop us still. We see it. Alright, so until next time, we'll see you guys. Alright? Love, peace. Take care of yourself. Alright? Like, share, subscribe.